Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we're finding, learning, turning the great strategy games. And today I've got something a little different for you. It's not a Gary Grigsby game. Imagine that. It is Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, or Warhammer 40K if you prefer. This is set in that Warhammer futuristic universe. There are two, right? There's the Warhammer Total War games that focus on kind of though that era or time period in the Warhammer universe. This is Warhammer 40K set in the future in the 41st century. And this game is by Black Lab Games. They also make Battlestar Galactica Deadlock, which is a very popular game, very well done game. I can't claim that I played a bunch of it, but it I know is very popular and has retained its popularity for a long time. What is Warhammer 40K? Well, I'm not going to go deep into the lore. Believe we don't have enough time if I was on here from now until the end of the year to go into all of Warhammer 40K lore. The basic idea is that it was a board game, sort of. I mean, you had your troops and you could paint them and you could play battles out. That has then developed into this massive, massive universe. There's novels. I think there's over 200 novels in what they call the Black Library. There's been comics, games, you name it. It's really a huge genre. And if you're not familiar with it, the basic idea is the humans have left Earth at some point and colonized the galaxy. There was one man that had to bring all the humans together originally, and he's called the Emperor of Mankind. He then created 20 sons, if you will, who were of his seed or basically genetically made from him or his genes, and they formed 20 different legions based off of them. This game is based around the Ninth Legion, a Primarch, which is what his sons are called Sanguinius. And Sanguinius formed what is the Blood Angels. And the Blood Angels are the human faction that you would be playing in this game. And they will be battling, for the most part, the Tyranids. And the Tyranids are what in this universe, in this world, are called Xenos. And Xenos are aliens. Okay, they're different. They're not humans. All right, and so they are a bug-like creature, terrifying, terrifying when you look at them. But let's get into the game and take a look at it. So we're going to load the game now. They've asked me not to do the tutorial. They're still adding some things into the tutorial. So we're going to do this Age of Crimson Dawn Breach in the Heaven Wall. And we're going to load this up and just take a look at it. I mean, I'm not an expert in this game. I just got it a day or two ago. And this is just to really look over the gameplay, look at the different screens. It's got great artwork, as you can see here. Some of the script has not been written out, so I don't think in this mission we have a very long, detailed explanation of how it works. But this game is turn-based. It's very much, and it reminds me of like a Field of Glory 2, your movement patterns, how that works. Now you can see down here, every unit is going to have some special abilities. You can see over here, it names who it is. This is Brother Quindar, all right? He's part of the Blood Angels, and he's got this, kind of cool little amulet that's sticking, or that looks like an axe to me. This is his evasion, his armor, his movement points, and his action points. Now, I've played enough of this to know movement, of course, you're moving hex to hex, and it costs so much to move there. Action points is really kind of some of the special things you can do. Like an attack would cost an action point. Bringing down some of your special abilities costs action points. This is his hit points, or health, if you will. And then it tells us his main two weapons, the Stormbolter and the Force Halberd. So I bet you that's a halberd if I had to guess. Looks like that to me. This gives us our different objectives up here. Deactivate the Prometheum Flow Segment Primus. Wow, that's really a mouthful. In 4 turns, and Tech Marine Kraganax escaped the auxiliary control room. So we're going to try to get him out of the auxiliary control room. Now we're going to go look around. The camera controls on this will be very familiar with you. It's the middle mouse button. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. Check out this dude, man. That's that looks pretty cool, I got to say. Um, and let's move back here and look at the other guy. Now this is so that was Brother Quindor up there. This is Tech Marine Kraganax, and I did try to leave the sound on a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it. This game's got really good music, and so let's scoot around here, and you can see how the camera. Whoa, we went a little too far. There he is. Look at this. He's got his whole get up. That's awesome. It may remind you a little bit of BattleTech in that way, right? If you played any BattleTech, but we can. Whoa, well, we can do some things now. There he is. Check that out. And we can move up and look at this guy. Now let's go look at the big Tyranid. Tyranid. Let's look at this guy. Back him off. He's one of the guys we'll be fighting. And we've got actually got quite a few more troops that are out here. And so let's go look at those. We've got something called intercessors, and we can go look at them. They are outside. And if we turn around here, so this game does a good job. It shows you your field of vision. This is what you can actually see. It's got, fog of war, so you can't see everything. This shows you how far they can see. And if we get down here on the intercessors, you can see I've got the Blood Angels. Here's the Blood Angel insignia in black. And we can scoot around here and check them out. Now they're on the world called Ball 2, or Baal, if you will, kind of, after the devil, Baal. But this is Ball 2. It's a moon, and originally Ball was their home world, or the home world of the Blood Angels. Ball 2 was a paradise, but all of this was destroyed in a nuclear holocaust. Basically, they fought each other in some respects, and some of the mutants on Ball, and it ended up being a big nuclear holocaust. But you can see they've got their different loadouts here, and we'll get into all of that. But some of our troops are outside, and if we turn around here, we're going to be trying. Let me scoot back. We're going to be trying. There's some Tyranids, kind of their regular troops. We're going to be trying to come up these ramps, and as you can see, we go through this factory here. Here's the big bad, as far as we know right now, and here are the two guys we just saw a minute ago. Now they're trapped in here by fire. Fire! But if we click on this guy, it says interact, 1 AP. It takes an action point to interact, but he, through this, will be able to turn off the fire. So the auxiliary flow is diverted. Now let's see if there's anything else we can interact with. You should see them pop up. And we're going to have him move straight out. Now he's the guy. Shut down. Now it tells us shut down the secondary console and escape. Okay. Where is the secondary console? That looks like a console to me, and it's telling us pretty much where to go. So we'll move him, and he's using movement points to do that, of course. He used 1 action point to interact, the 1 AP, and you see he's got 2 movement points left, 1 action point, so we'll interact with that, and that should turn that flow off, and indeed it does. Okay. Now then, down here, oh, he made a little speech there. For the glory of Sanguinius. Now that's their Primarch. Sanguinius is now dead in the lore of this world. Now these guys, you've got move, you've got change facing. So if we want him to face this way, we can do that. Something called Overwatch, and Overwatch is really a defensive posture where they will fire at things that are trying to attack them. This guy's got a bolt pistol, and it'll tell you the range, the base damage, armor piercing, the accuracy. accuracy fall off as it goes up in range. Now, he does not have enough action points to do this because we have none left. And these things cost action points for the most part. He's got his power axe here, which does a ton of damage. That's a melee weapon. And he can also do something called Omnissiah's Touch. Level 1, it heals a single target mechanical ally within one tile for 75 health points. That would also cost an AP. We've now used our AP. Now, this big bad boy, we're going to get moving out this way. And it'll tell you exactly, does he have movement points? Does he have action points? Who's he with? Who's he affiliated with? So here you can see we still have a movement point. So let's actually use that and get him. Well, we'll wait until we move this guy out of the way. So we'll move him up one. And let's zoom down. I love the graphics on this thing. Um, and of course, we've got this big guy we're going to have to deal with right away. So let's move him forward one. And now let's move this guy right there. So he's right behind him. And that ends up using up all of his points. And just so we can see these things move, let's turn the map around and we'll actually move him up one. So let's click on him and let's move him up here. I don't know. He's pretty awesome. I just love the way he looks. Okay, let's back this up. Let's get off that zoom. Now then, let's say we want to attack this big guy here. He's what, 1, 2, 3 away. We can go look. We've still got 2 action points. Now we could do Overwatch, which will cost, and it says sets a reactive zone of fire. Unit will take a small momentum penalty at the end of the turn. We're not going to get that deep into it this first time about momentum, but essentially as they kill things and move on, they get momentum, which helps them. Now we can see here's some more of the baddies, the Tyranids over here. He has got this halberd, and again you can see the range. It shows you the range where he could use this. He's only got 1 movement point left. The halberd is a melee weapon, and so he's going to have to use that right next to him, right? This is the Storm Bolter, and that's got a range of 1 to 5. So let's click on that and let's shoot at the Tyrannofex and see what happens. I want to get down here and see this exactly. All right, so we click on there, and that thing's got strong armor. That did nothing. Can we hit these guys? Nope, they're a little too far away. We may have to. Now we could either use this action to try that again. That didn't really work. So maybe we'll just do Overwatch, which means he's got defensive reactive fire to all of these hexes, and that will be his defensive or his action point left. Okay, so we've moved both of these guys. Let's go out to our other forces, and you can do that right over here, or you can do next unused unit. And here they are. Zoom down on them. See what all we've got. We've got this little hovercraft. That's kind of cool. It's called a Landspeeder here. Now, this game, if you've ever seen Warhammer 40K played on a board, it's people get really into how well they paint their different legions, whatever legion they're into, if they're doing what are called ultramarines. And it's really cool. And I just having watched some of that, and I will actually, if you're interested in 40K lore, I will link to a YouTuber named Luton09 who goes into incredible detail. You could watch those videos again from now until Christmas and learn all about this world. But what I was going to say is I just from having watched those games, looking at this, I think this would be a Warhammer 40K lover's dream because it's a lot like the board game with, all of this on the PC, right? And so, okay, so here are all of our forces. We got some guys that have jump packs. I'll show you that in a minute. That looks kind of cool. We'll get behind our army here and see what we're dealing with. Now, they need to come straight up this ramp and go and help our guys back there, right? Um, they've also got this little area that they could possibly interact with something, but we're not sure about that. A little bit of fog of war. And then we've got one group of the kind of the base generic baddies here called Horbigonts. All right. So how are we going to deal with all this? Well, what all do we have out here? We've got Sergeant Corleone, and Sergeant Corleone can do kind of I don't want to call it a spell really, but he can do tactical precision level 1. It affects a single target ally within 2 tiles, and it gives them better melee accuracy, better ranged accuracy, better armor piercing. That would cost 1 AP. He's also got a jump pack. As you can see there, he's got his jump pack. He's got a chain sword. I always love that about Warhammer 40K. They've got like they've got like chainsaws. That's one of their weapons. And then you've got master crafted bolt pistol, a range of 1 to 3. The chainsword is a melee. They've got the jump pack, and he can help other units. Who do we have here? We've got Brother Arturo. Okay. Um, he has got 2 action points. He can do something called righteous exhortation. And so the brothers, again, I'm not an absolute master of 40K lore, but my understanding is there's kind of a church that is developed that worships the supreme human or the ruler of man. And he doesn't want that, supposedly, but it's still developed. Despite his best intentions not to be seen as a deity. Anyway, these guys I think are the more religious guys. Yeah, he's called a brother, probably so, right? But he can do this. Righteous exhortation gives plus 25% melee to anything in those hexes. He can do Heal Thy Brother, heals a single target organic ally within 1 tile for 35 health points. He's got a chain sword, and he's got a bolt pistol. Okay, so those kind of seem like the general loadouts, at least for those guys. The aggressors. What do the aggressors have? The aggressors have something called the Bolt Storm Gauntlet, a Fragstorm Grenade Launcher, a Bolt Storm Gauntlet. That's a melee weapon. And they've got something called the Hail of Fire. The unit sacrifices all of its remaining movement points and makes a ranged attack command with 4 additional attacks for every MP spent. Wow. Okay, let me read that one more time. Okay. Uh, That actually looks pretty good. Let's move these guys up to deal with these. Now we can use a lot of our movement points here to get close to them. And then we've got weapons where we can use an action point to actually shoot at them. So let's move these guys up. And as you see, we will start to see more of the map as they move. So now they're up here. Now, if you hover over these guys, it'll automatically show you which weapon would be used or could be used here. In this case, it's called the Bolt Storm Gauntlet. This is supposed to help ranged weapons, but it's going to cost us 1 AP, and we couldn't use this, okay? So we're going to actually go ahead, agree with that, and let's zoom down here to see the action. And we're going to fire at these guys. Yes. All right. That looks good to me. So now we've used all of our movement points and our action points with that unit. We're going to leave these guys a little bit behind, right? They're more kind of like commanders. And so we're going to leave them a little bit behind. Do we have another one of those aggressors? Yeah, these guys are aggressors. They can move. How far can they move? Well, they've only got 4 movement points. Oh, they have to go back out and around. I got it. So we got to move some of these guys first. Hellblasters, those are a little different. We've got an assault squad. Okay. Intercessors, intercessors, intercessors. Let's look at those really fast. They've got this frag grenade. It's the unit's got to be within 3 tiles, but it does splash damage. They've got battle line tactics. Okay, it gives plus 4 range stability, plus 30 range damage. Okay. And then they've got the bolt rifle. So these two things can kind of work together. Now they've only got 1 action point. The bolt rifle has a range up to 6. And so let's move these guys down here because the closer we get to the enemy, the more effective these ranged weapons are, which makes sense. So now they're moving down here. All right. And let's take another shot. Okay, well, that took care of most of that. Now then, all right, let's look at these Hellblasters. What's their deal? They've got Supercharge, effects casting unit. Okay. 25% chance to apply, plus 20 damage, 30% range damage, and plus 1 armor piercing. Then they've got this Plasma Incinerator. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go use that. All right, so let's move these guys kind of down here. Might as well get them almost as far as... Now, if you go... Okay, the white here are the normal movement points that they have. They have 4 movement points. If we want to use a 5th, we can, but it takes away our action point. So just something to keep in mind there. So let's move 1 unit of these guys over here. Let's see what it looks like coming from the from ground level, the Tyranids. We'll scoot over just a little bit. Okay, let's hit them with that. That was cool. Okay. This game has really good graphics for a Slitherine Matrix game, for sure. Um, okay. Now we can start moving these other guys forward. And I just for the hell of it, I don't even know if this is a good move, but we're going to use the jetpack because I definitely want to use the jetpack. And so let's see how far we can go with this sucker. Now we can get all the way up here on the jetpack. We could go this way. We'll give these guys, we're going to go up both sides of this thing. So let's get them, they're not going to need an AP, I don't think. Well, just in case, just in case. Let's have them do the jump pack and let's back up so we can see it all. Wow, okay, cool as shit. All right, and there goes our jetpack, guys. That's cool. Um, Now, let's take some of the intercessors. We'll take this unit, this unit. Let's start moving them to the left. We haven't seen anything over here to the left, but they're going to move up this other ramp. Okay. Now, I still wonder, there's probably some interaction there. Let's see if we can go look and see a control panel or something, because there's a door there for sure. There may be something there, or could be up here. We may have to go walk over this and figure out. Hopefully it's not a trap, Jim. All right. I don't think we're going to need to use the AP here, but let's get these guys moving as far as they can. Did we use? Yeah, we used it there, and we'll do Overwatch with one of these units. Maybe the Hellblasters. We don't want them to go all the way red. We'll leave them. How about here? Let's see if we can turn their facing though. I kind of want the, oh, they're fine. They're faced fine. That's one thing that I haven't done. I guess I could do is show you how to do that. But let's put them in Overwatch mode. So if anything tries to attack down here, they're ready to defend. Um, we've got more aggressors here. We'll move them. Whoops, we don't want that. Let's get off the Hellblasters. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nope. Oh, they didn't have enough range. I see. So they can look out here. It's going to cost. Oh, I get it. So do I get it? I don't know. Let's set it to the right here. There we go. So now they've got Overwatch set and it'll be in those areas. So it just shows you how far you could do it. Overwatch can go out. Well, we'll look at that in a minute. Okay. Here come the aggressors. We'll bring them right up the center and see what happens there. And then we're going to use that mobile, the Landspeeder. That should be able to move further. We're going to use that to almost like scout. All right, so let's bring it up here to the right and see what we can scout out. There comes the speeder. Okay. Now, finally, we'll have these jump pack guys. I could do directly over. There we go. So we can see a little bit over the battlefield. These jump pack guys, do we see anything else? Oh, okay. So we've got some baddies there. And, ooh, yeah, we've seen that one now. This speeder might be in a little bit of trouble. What can he do? Heavy bolter, 1 to 6 range. All right. Let's try it. Oh, nice. All right. So we've got like a really nice like bolt gun on top of that thing. Jetpack, let's do it. Let's take off. Do you want to do it, guys? No. Let's assault tactics. Okay. Grenade. Let's just move these guys normally so they don't use up their AP and try to get them up here as far as we can. This would take one. So there you can see the difference. -4 MP, and then here's -4 MP and 1 AP. I would actually like to get them here and do some Overwatch maybe, because we don't have enough doing Overwatch, I'm afraid, if we get attacked down here. Oh, I see they're blocked by these guys, and I can't get these guys out of the way. That's fine. They don't have any more AP. Let's have them do. Oh, they can't do Overwatch. Well, that's fine. Um, I guess we could move them up one more then. Okay, cool. I think then we just have our kind of two what I consider like commanders here. Again, he can help anybody. Um, he can heal people. He can do this exhortation. He's got his own chain sword where he can run out and like go chain sorting people. I'm going to move him up there, and I'll move the sergeant, who also can help some people, give them tactical precision. I'll put him right back here, just like he's a general. Okay, now then, we can move through here, right here, next unused unit. It shows that they still have an action point left. We may as well use that, right? I don't think they don't need it for this turn for anything else. He still has 2 action points. Does he have something ranged that he could hit something with? Not really. He could heal somebody, but nobody's really hurt. Or he could do this exhortation, but I think you got to do that within the turn that it's going to be used. All right. Let's look at Corleone. Can he do anything else? He's got a master crafted bolt pistol, a jump pack, and tactical precision, but we don't need that quite yet. So he's good. These guys could move up one more, but we're going to leave him stationary. Okay, and then we're back to these guys. He could do something else. I don't really like where he is right here. He's got a lot of things coming his way. I guess we could. Whoops, I don't want to do that. Get off that. Get off that. No! Oh! You got to turn, buddy. Turn. You're facing. There we go. Now he's turned towards him. He's still got an action point left, and I'd like him to do something um, to this big boy because I think that's going to be a whole lot of trouble. His blaster didn't really work on him. He can't get there with the halberd. I guess we're going to try the Stormbolter again, although I might be better off hitting these guys with the Stormbolter because it seems to actually affect them. There we go. Okay, well, that works. No more AP. That's it. Nothing else we can do there. So let's end the turn and watch the Tyranids. Um, Anybody that has unspent action points, put them on Overwatch. That's a nice little feature. Okay, these are new looking kind of guys, and they're doing something very insectoid. Ooh, here comes some more. Oh, yeah, that I was using those as scouts, but now I'm kind of questioning that idea. Oh, they're all coming to this side. Maybe we can get through over here. Look at that. I'm not sure exactly what that is. It looks like bug juice, but it's not good for you. I'll tell you that much. Okay. Oh, he blocked all that bug juice. Now, in this game, you can also play the Tyranids. And okay, that's the end of our turn, or their turn, I should say, and it's our turn again. I'm going to call this an episode, and when I come back next time, we will pick it up from here with a little more gameplay. I'm getting the hang of this. I'm liking it. Uh, so yeah, we will come back next time, and we will continue from here. Jimmy the Foot says the scale of the game looks good. Unit models look good as well. I think so. I think so. I've watched a lot of 40K stuff. I have a brother-in-law that's really into 40K, and he like is really serious about it. And I had him take a look at this, and he was like, "Hey, I kind of like the looks of that." So if you're into, Warhammer 40K, I'm going to read up more on the Blood Angels. I'll give you more information about them next time. Also, I'm going to link below this video for Luton '09. And if you like 40K at all, or you kind of just want to know what it is, I'll start with the video that he says, "What the hell is Warhammer 40K?" But that guy's got the best accent. No joke. You can just watch his videos even if you don't care about Warhammer 40K. He's what I want to be as a video maker. But he's got a really engaging personality, and he's really into about all of the lore and the history. So I will link to that. So we'll come back next time, and I'm going to try to get out of this pickle because I'm not exactly sure that I did this tactically correct, but we're going to find out next time around. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you to Slitherine Matrix, Black Lab Games for letting me be one of the few people to play this a full month and a half before it comes out. I think it comes out in mid to late May. And then on consoles over the summer, but for PC, mid to late May. We're going to keep playing this one. I'm enjoying it, and I like these turn-based tactical games. Reminds me, a lot of Field of Glory too, which is certainly a compliment. That's for sure. And I do like the look of it. So this has been Strategy Gaming Dojo. I will talk to you next time. Have a good one.